direction by education. Join Love FM 105.1 and Love TV Live for the program, The Afternoon Conversation. We provide you a platform for open dialogue and intellectual exchange. We encourage listeners to think critically, challenge their perspectives, and explore different viewpoints on various subjects by fostering a respectful and inclusive environment. The Afternoon Conversation on Love FM 105.1 and Love TV Live from Monday through Friday, 2 to 3:30 p.m. Don't miss out.
The upcoming AMA conference before Geneva, the board needs to be formed. So he's here to talk about it. We want to welcome Ropale and his team to the refurbished conference room.
I know of no safe depository of the ultimate powers of society but the people themselves. And if we think them not enlightened enough to exercise their control with a wholesome direction, the remedy is not to take it from them, but to inform their direction by education. Join Love FM 105.1 and Love TV Live for the program, The Afternoon Conversation. We provide you a platform for open dialogue and intellectual exchange. We encourage listeners to think critically, challenge their perspectives, and explore different viewpoints on various subjects by fostering a respectful and inclusive environment. The Afternoon Conversation on Love FM 105.1 and Love TV Live from Monday through Friday, 2 to 3:30 p.m. Don't miss out. Of no safe depository of the ultimate powers of society but the people themselves.
So just a small background, the PUL, as many of us know, was founded in Monrovia on 30th September 1964. It was formed to advocate for press freedom and the protection of journalists. The birth of the PUL was a long struggle. It grew out of a crisis with the legislature. Journalist Patton Peabody, as we said, had written an article critical of the lawmakers. He is said to have referred to the lawmakers as radicals. So he was held in contempt, arrested and jailed. So the colleagues immediately mobilized solidarity action in support of Patton. So going forward, the PUL has been existing for those number of years. So we are happy to live on that legacy. So colleagues in the media, we hope to see all of us at the anniversary celebrations. Again, we like to say thanks to the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism, all of our dignitaries who we've invited. They confirmed their participation. So we look forward to seeing you. As the minister said, maybe if you have any questions, you have to come to the head office, right? So I'll leave you. Thank you, Minister.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thanks, police.
That was a follow-up. The president of Liberia, Vice Presidency, Julius Kamba, giving full detail and happenings for the upcoming anniversary. So, keeping us while we are here.
I was the PUL president of Julius Canada. Announcement, and I'm sure that the Ministry of Information will be fully represented. So we are wrapping up analysis on the President's presentation at the June General Assembly. Then making some rounds on the radio station. Many thanks to the publishers that have made it a duty to highlight a portion of the speech delivered by the President at the 80th section of the Nigerian General Assembly. The President's speech was a collection of critical concerns from the perspective of Liberia. It was well presented. We started by welcoming the election of Liberia as a non-permanent member of the UN Security Council for the 2026-2027 term. The President indicated that this tenure to the Council marks a significant step for Liberia's progress. 80 years after Liberia signed the Charter of the United Nations. The President went on to reassure the world that although the office will be occupied by Liberia, but the seat belongs to Africa. He noted that Liberia will contribute to discussions and decisions that will shape our hard-earned experiences in conflict resolution, as well as our successes in peace building and democratic reform. The President threw light on wars in the Middle East, Europe, and displacement, climate change, and indicated that these are challenges that no country can solve alone. He stressed the need for continuous effort to hold multilateral in transacting business at the United Nations.
I know of no safe depository of the ultimate powers of society but the people themselves. And if we think them not enlightened enough to exercise their control with a wholesome direction, the remedy is not to take it from them, but to inform their direction by education. John Love FM 105.1 and Love TV Live. For the program, The Afternoon Conversation, we provide you a platform for open dialogue and intellectual exchange. We encourage listeners to think critically, challenge their perspectives, and explore different viewpoints on various subjects by fostering a respectful and inclusive environment. The Afternoon Conversation on Love FM 105.1 and Love TV Live from Monday to Friday, 2 to 3:30 p.m. Don't miss out.
You need not to miss out. That's why we are always here to give you information that you need to know. Authentic information, taking up the time. Jointly, we're going to present today's edition of the program, The Afternoon Conversation. Viney and I are here to talk to you on a couple of issues. We'll be looking at the economy of Liberia, and we've invited somebody who's in that sector to talk more about what is unfolding. And his Nimle Seyi. Nimle will be here to talk with us. He represents where Nimle from? He's from the
National Foreign Exchange Bureau.
The National Foreign Exchange Bureau
of Liberia.
Yeah, because this is something that we really need to talk about. Most especially with the prevailing situation. We see one moment the rate is up. The few days we saw a drastic drop in the rate, but the Central Bank of Liberia is out with something, which of course we're going to be throwing light on. But how is it out there?
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to be on the radio, and it's been quite, awesome this morning, and we are back again. This time with specific lens on the economy of our country, because, economic issues are bread and butter issues.
Mm-hmm.
And so we will be talking about the different issues with respect to the Liberian economy. Like you said, Sai will walk us through about the exchange rate, what is in there for Liberians, what are the different assumptions that needs to be clarified. The other day I checked the Central Bank of Liberia, they were making some clarity about there is no shortage of Liberian dollars on the market. Um, on top of that, we also want to know more about the prevailing rate. Uh, Now we observing there are disparities in the rate. Not many people going by the Central Bank of Liberia rate. Some are even going above, trying to get the US by all costs. Even trying to exaggerate the Liberian dollars on the market. And so we'll have Sai who will walk us through about the foreign exchange market, the types of foreign exchange transactions in our country. Um, yeah. So more importantly, we also want to know the level of collaboration between the two of them. That is the institution, that is central bank.
Yeah, yeah. So basically, the Central Bank of Liberia is out with a campaign. It says a clean note campaign. This campaign is intended to protect the Liberian currency. It says the Central Bank of Liberia has launched a nationwide clean note campaign to combat the growing problem of mutilated banknotes and promote respect for the Liberian dollar. Actually, at the launch in Monrovia, Joy K. Fikia, Deputy Director of Banking Services, called on citizens to treat the national currency with care. The Liberian dollar is not just money, it is our national pride. Writing on it, squeezing it, or exposing it to oil and moistures is unacceptable. She emphasized that careless handling shortens the lifespan of banknotes and costs the country millions to replace. So the Central Bank of Liberia is out with this campaign. You know, in Liberia, we normally don't take care of our banknotes, and it becomes a serious issue knowing that for every banknote that we destroy, it needs to be replaced.
Okay.
So if we can just malhandle our currency in that form and manner, it will be causing a serious problem for us. And the Central Bank of Liberia, you know, when they print banknotes, they got the various categories of banknotes, but they are saying, now come on, we should treat our money with care. We should treat our money, making sure that if you don't have a wallet, you know, package it in the proper way. Don't squeeze the money, like putting the money at a point where moistures and oil, all the kind of thing. Mind you, you are just in Ghana. You know how the Ghanaians actually treat their money. Yes, they treat it with care and dignity. So when we as Liberians start to practice such, it will be very much. It helps the government to avoid wasteful spending. Yes, it helps to avoid wasteful spending because, mind you, if you have thousand or even close to $1 million mutilated banknotes, they need to be replaced.
Yeah.
And in replacing them, you gotta spend money.
Yeah.
To get money. So the campaign is laudable, and we hope that all of us as Liberians can see reason in preserving our banknotes.
Yes, that issue has been a long-standing issue. The issue of mutilated banknotes on the market. Mutilated notes has been something that people have been talking about. The central bank has been complaining, past and current leadership. But more importantly, Rufus, more importantly, the issue of of this preserving the currency, um, we removed the smaller denomination among our money. That is to say, the $5,
Mhm.
the $10. We now replace them with coins, and for the most part, those were the bulk of currencies that were actually mutilated. And the bank is also rolling out another campaign encouraging people to preserve their currency. Um, that is the other the denomination. I'm more concerned about when they talk about preservation, because now we have coins in the economy. Coins cannot be mutilated.
But they didn't know that we have. It was proven that some folks are now melting the coins to face change.
Melting the coins to face change.
Yes. The central bank came out with that information. People melting the coins to face change and rings around here.
Oh, is that what the bank is saying? The central bank is saying?
Yeah.
Have we been able to establish who are those involved? Have we been able
There are a lot of according to
to
the
catch
information,
any
because
individual?
I'm in a chat room of Central Bank of Liberia. They carry on. The last time they had this training for journalists,
Okay.
and we were admitted to the chat room.
Okay.
So all of these informations are there. So there are people who the central bank have actually come across melting the coins and facing rings and chains as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the bank has been able to establish that.
Yeah.
If that is a very serious concern, because why would people want to melt the country's currency for change? What is the what sort of metal is the it's a coin? It's a silver.
Silver.
Is it a quality kind of silver?
Yeah. The quality kind of silver.
Okay.
And you find out people getting engaged.
Okay.
In this country.
But this is alarming. If that is true, then that means, we all have to put our feet to the ground and try to expose the people who are behind the scene.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Certainly.
because it's actually scaring. Is that the reason why we having the issue of this campaign for preserving the currency?
That's one of the issues, because, mind you, over the period of time, the central bank, according to the information they've provided, they have spent more on replacing mutilated banknotes, and at this point in time, it becomes wasteful spending. And you understand, wherein the money life spent, we just printed money just few years ago, and now some of the monies that were printed, they are now at a state of mutilation. Why are we doing this to ourselves?
Okay.
Why are we doing this to ourselves? We must be preserving our money. Make sure to get the money packaged well, so that we do not, get it torn up or so. So engaging with the public, that's why we said this morning, information dissemination. Back then, we never had these kind of campaigns coming up, sensitizing our people how to handle the banknotes, getting people to understand how the Central Bank of Liberia worked. Now, when we were going through that training, we were made to understand that the Central Bank of Liberia doesn't have jurisdiction over the foreign banknotes. So what she does, she makes sure to where her strength or her power is to maintain the local currency against the foreign currency. Yeah, to maintain the local currency against the foreign currency, because the central bank cannot come out and say, "Oh, this is the US should be this." No, but you always see the Central Bank of Liberia coming up with the Liberian dollar component against the foreign currency.
Yeah. It is that way because the foreign currency is not our currency, so that authority to control the U.S. dollar It's a global currency, you know that.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite difficult. And the other way you can pull demand and supply of the US dollar is to first of all get hold of different fundamentals in the economy. For example, you have to look at your production capacity, okay, the issue of investment in the economy. You got to look at consumer taste. You got to look at productivity. Your government has to look at, for example, trade policy. You know, these are different fundamentals that actually, trigger exchange rates in the
Mhm.
economy. And like the bank regularly said, they lack the authority to control the US dollar. What they have control over is the issue of inflation rates.
Mm-hmm.
So the issue of investment profitability and consumer taste and all of that you can control. And in doing so, you use the local currency to play with that. But more importantly, Rufus, um, what has been the concern out there is the fact that when we say the Liberian dollars appreciates, that is to say, the rate has come down. That means we have lesser Liberian dollars chasing US dollar. That is the essence of Liberian dollar appreciating. Now, in the foreign exchange context, if the Liberian dollars appreciates, the the other people in the economy have an expectation, and their expectations, the consumers' expectation would be prices should fall. And the concerns out there has been, um, yes, the rate has appreciated, but we have not seen the trickle-down effect when it comes to price reduction.
Mm-hmm.
And many people are complaining about transportation costs. Places where they used to pay, $200, now the rate has dropped. And normally, when the rate drops, when the Liberian dollar appreciates, it affects every other transaction in the economy.
Mm-hmm.
Transportation, the issue of fuel. Because most of these things are purchased in US dollars, right? There should be a trickle-down effect on the common people in terms of the things they go to buy. Then there where the bank should come in now. I think, to muscle the people who are still having, you know, the bank, the Ministry of Commerce, and other government institutions. I come in muscle people who are still, not adhering to these different measures to ensure that our people, get the value for their money. Because as it stands, with the drop in the exchange rate, there's still a problem with us.
There's this misinformation that is out there, and the Central Bank of Liberia have clarified.
Okay, what is that?
It says the Central Bank of Liberia have moved swiftly to dismiss reports of Liberian dollar shortage
Mhm.
in the financial system, affirming that commercial banks across the country are holding sufficient cash reserves to meet all customer demands, including government payroll, settlements, and private sector transactions. The reassurance comes amid public concern and rumor of a scarcity of local currency
Mm.
and narrative the bank say is misleading
Mm.
and speculative.
Okay.
As of September 3, 2025, commercial banks held 1.65 billion involved cash, well above the required threshold. The CBL said in a public statement on Tuesday, September 9. The bank also revealed that excess reserves within the system have nearly doubled year on year to 2.02 billion Liberian dollar, signaling strong liquidity and confidence in the financial sector.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they made it clarity that there's no shortage of Liberian dollar. You even have assets, and the banks have money to meet up with the demands. Now, this also has to do with commerce. Now, so that the drop in the rate should also commensurate with the pricing. So there where commerce should come in
Yes.
with
Yes.
a regulation.
Yes. Yes. And and that clarity was also important because um, the increased demand for US in our country is something that all of us want to hold the dollars. All of us want to hold the US dollars, and 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 we are so much so interested in a very good rate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, uh, I mean it is not to our taste when the rate drops. And many of us, I mean, in the commerce of Liberia, we tend to be uh, not very happy when the rate drops, and so the bank was very, I mean, very, I mean, effective when she says there is no Liberian dollar shortage, and that was important. That was so important because uh, in these kind of transactions, you know, people tend to hoard the Liberian dollars,
Mm-hmm.
and hoarding is a serious problem. I think, uh, for the most part, hoarding should be a crime under our law. I think there was some other regulations. If I may not get it directly, but I'm sure hoarding is something that the central bank and other, I mean, fiscal institutions will fight against. You know, so if people are hoarding the Liberian dollars, then I mean, it's not a good thing for the economy. It has the proclivity to even, I mean, hack the rate.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but the bank was actually, like I said, she was very effective with her communication to say there's no Liberian dollar shortage. You know, um, but on the other hand too, we should also look at the fact that we need to look at, like you said, the Ministry of Commerce should come in with the issue of inflation. I mean, hiking prices. I mean, the purchasing power of the people should be met.
Yeah, certainly.
The people should have that resources that they can go and pay and have access to the goods they need, that they're paying for. You know, if you say the rate drops and Liberian dollar is in excess, and then I go to the supermarket, prices are still the same. I mean, it undermines my purchasing power. It undermines my purchasing power. So, I mean, all hands should be on deck. So that we root out the issue of inflation. You know, and see how best we stabilize the rates. Like I said, there are other factors that actually affect. I mean the rate in our country. It is not just about. It's not just limited to foreign exchange bureaus. There are other external factors. What is our productivity level in the economy? What are we exporting? Bulk of the things we have in this country, Rufus, they are imported.
Mm-hmm.
And when you are importing in a very huge quantity, you are actually paying US dollars out there. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
So there is a high demand for US because bulk of the things you are importing, you have to pay in that in US dollars.
Mm-hmm.
And it obviously is going to affect, I mean, your current account. So there are other fundamental economic attachment to why we have an impact on our exchange rates. But I also focus more on the purchasing parity of our people. But I see the band coming in from the National Foreign Exchange Bureau. They are a very key actor in the economy too. So we were also asking some of the hard questions. Yeah, but more importantly, I think there should be more work on the people having access to the things they want to buy, especially in terms of the cost of goods should drop. If we say the Liberian dollar appreciates, things prices should drop because people can be going to the supermarket and still paying for the same, the same thing. So I mean, I like to stop there. And,
Yeah, before we take in, let's get our first commercial commitment. When we come back, then we get to our guests. Of course, Nimlan is here to share with us his own experiences and what they go through as foreign exchange folks out there. Now, people pointing fingers, accusing fingers, they are the ones carrying on all of these kinds of, artificial shortage and all the kind of stuff. But let's get this commercial commitment and be right back.
Thank you, Liberia, for nominating your Heroes of Change. We received an amazing 1,916 nominations from across Liberia. Now, it's time to vote and support your heroes. Simply dial *415* your nominee code hatch to vote twice daily. Voting is absolutely free. Remember, the first prize is $2 million Liberian dollars, second is $1 million Liberian dollars, and third is 500,000 Liberian dollars. Lone Star Cell MTN remains committed to touching lives and partnering with organizations to enable Liberia's progress.
MTN.
My people, I get good news. So enjoy the lowest cash out fees in Liberia with MTN mobile money. Only 2% fee will be charged on any transaction, whether big or small. Cash out today for just small from any of our 25,000 agents across Liberia. No one will grow on your feet for your own money business. MTN Momo makes it easy, fast, and secure just for you. Dial *156# or download the MTN Momo app today to cash out with MTN Momo for just 2% fees. Fast, easy, and secure.
Momo na we say again. They all want your mole cheese. MTN.
This is the afternoon conversation, and we are talking the Liberian economy, looking at what is unfolding, how can we better our economy. There are a lot of actors, most especially those who are playing with the cash. Yeah, so we thought it wise to invite to the studio to talk with us on the basic exchange, and there are a lot of things happening within that area that we need more clarity on. The Central Bank of Liberia have actually come up stating that indeed there is no shortage of Liberian dollar in the market. So they came up with this information. It says the CBL also confirmed a sharp appreciation of the Liberian dollar against the US dollar, reflecting what the bank described as robust monetary policy and structural economic gains. On September 8, 2025, the Liberian dollar was trading at approximately 180 to US $1 buy rate, a significant gain compared to 201.08 just a week earlier, representing a 10.5% appreciation. A market survey conducted by the bank on September 9 shown buying and selling rates at 182.94 and 184.94 respectively. This appreciation trend marks one of the most rapid strengthening periods for the Liberian dollar in recent years, following months of tackled monetary policy and improved macroeconomic indicators. So we've invited to the studio, like we said, Mr. Nimlan Sei. I hope I got the last name right. Nimlan is here. He's representing the National Foreign Exchange Bureau Organization. Nimlan, how you doing?
Oh, thank you very much. I'm happy being here today to be able to tell Liberian people and some of the things that happen that they don't know about. So it's good I'm being here because being in the sector for over 2 decades, So with the vast experience that I have, I think we can have a fruitful discussion today.
Oh wow! So how's the bureau and how's the other folks out there?
Well, for me, I'm the president of the National Association of Foreign Exchange Bureau of Liberia, and I run the institution that govern and regulate the sector. So as it stands now, everybody is cool, everybody is clean, business is moving slow. Reason why I think we'll dig deeper in it to see what the causes are.
There are a lot of issues that we're going to be touching bases on, but you care to tell us what are some in just a short period of time since the taking over of this leadership and comparing yesterday to that of today, has the business climate look like?
You mean leadership in terms of the political leadership?
I'm talking about your leadership in terms
Okay,
of
the association.
the association.
Oh, okay. So the thing about it is that little history. We have started the institution from the past of 2016. Okay, where we had the first elected government. There's a leadership where I came as secretary at that time. And moving forward in 2020, I became president of the association. So since 2020 to this time, I'm still president. I got re-elected last year, okay, to carry on my second term. So I'm in my second term as we speak.
Wow.
So all is well from my end and all is set.
So you're looking forward to third term?
No, I cannot be.
Funny.
I cannot be.
Is here.
Yeah, Sire, again, thank you for honoring our invitation. Thank you for coming. I hear you talking about your extensive processes that you went through, all of that. But how is NAFIBO in general in terms of your impact and your coordination with the central bank?
So NAFIBO is doing well. NAFIBO is one of the biggest stakeholders when it comes to the foreign exchange market. We are doing exactly what we are structured to do. Help the central bank help to regulate, help the central bank in trying to fetch out some dubious things like something like AML and CFT operations, anti-money laundering and terror financing. So these things we are all working with the central bank, other stakeholders, making sure that our environment is safe and sound when it comes to the foreign exchange market. So when it comes to NAFIBO at our institution, we are still pushing hard. We are seeking now to see how best to carry on election in Nima County, to see how we can have a full structured leadership in the county. Because, people act in positions, they don't work as compared when they have the authority. Having the power and having the authority is too different. So we're trying to, turn authority over to a group of people there, and that election we're expecting is soon. Other county election I've heard, and leadership is working. And we just a few days, somehow 4 or 5 days ago, we had the launch of the clean note policy with the central bank, and that program is intended to educate Liberian people how to handle our currency, because our currency is our proud. These operations we will be on the central bank for a lot of things, making sure that NAFIBO is. Also, we in partnership with other GSM company like the Orange Money, who trying to push it to make it number one. So a lot of things NAFIBO is doing, and we are keeping on going, doing what we are doing to best.
If you support the awareness about preserving our currency, and that may also suggest that there are also red flags about how our currency is being handled by elements in the economy. From the NAFIBO standpoint, what do you observe so far? How has it been in terms of the handling of the currency for which you are raising this awareness?
So the thing about it is that's why, for me, as a stakeholder and head of the institution, having all these experiences in understanding of liquidity economy, I understand that in our sector, lack of political will lead us to trouble in discussion that we can manage. Let's take for our currency. You know that ministers who hold lower denominations, people in authority who hold lower denominations. So if the upper up people, the higher up people are holding little money, holding the coins, other people feel courage to hold the coins.
Is it that people are rejecting the coins?
No, the coins in our setting is for the ordinary people.
Okay.
But it's a currency. It's a currency that everybody should use, no matter your status. Person get ready to go in the market, the first they get ready to go to the market and take points with her. You know what I mean? When the speaker of the house wife go in the market and get coins, okay, that have to give it value. If she carry money in the market, that she take it from her purse, her wallet, and give it value. So the whole thing is intended to make sure that Liberian people value it and to make sure to preserve it, because the money government can take to print money is too much. Okay, the last time I checked, when we were on the first one, what we printed, we all were part of that campaign. Government spent almost $30 million. That money could have been thrown in another area of life that will improve the ordinary people, be it roads, schools, or hospitals, somehow, some way, you know. So the campaign is intended to protect our money from him knowing barley, taking the money, putting in the water basket, taking the money, putting the oil, taking the money, putting on the coal, you know, on the coal bags, throwing the money in your pocket any way you think, but you respect the US dollar to take the US dollar and protect it, put in your wallet. But like when I get in your pocket anyhow, that's wrong. So that was the intention of the campaign, and I think it resonating.
Okay. So the central bank recently made some clarification. Rufus and myself was talking about it, about no shortage of Liberian dollars on the market. Does Nafibo share into that clarity?
So, like I said previously, Nafibo is a major actor when it comes to money, currency issues.
Okay.
So, when it first started, about 3 weeks ago, we were the first group, the leadership of the bank, the governor met. And we share our opinion with him in our experience.
Okay.
And when we said that, that same day, there was a circular on the media that goes to any bank. And if they say no money, call the hotlines. We developed the hotline on the first day. Okay, to tell you how essential and important we are. So we share the views with him. Like you said, Liberian was in hard. But the thing about it, Liberian can never be scarce. But this is a tactics. It's a tactics that are always created by the cartels. This happened every government in the second year. It always happened in this month. It always happens in September. Okay? Now, many people see us that they see us as say Liberian are lost. It's not lost. When the government, each time this government second year, they always carry on some how do project call it where person can come and say no happy, I drive red press, I drive gear press. Those kind of press and
Proclamation.
Executive order proclamation to the business people or in the sectors. Each time the things happen, they use the foreign exchange as a conduit to be able to reap a lot of money. Although on a normal scales, it's the foreign exchange market they make money from. Because when you go buy things in the market, the melter say $300. But when you carry US, he will be able to give you lower rate. So now you take $1, item that costs $1, the mail will give it to you in Liberian for $2.50. But when you carry $1, he take it from you. But when you want to pay in Liberian, he say $2.50, but at $1. So if that man get at $2.50, he go and buy the US dollar for the rate of $200. He make extra $50. So there's a tactics they always play. So when the government decides to drop the rice price, they accept it. That the rice price should be dropped, other commodities should be dropped. So but then since the foreign market is the open market, we go through that print, hold our Liberian dollar and use it to buy more US dollar that can be able to recover our losses. Currency swap. To recover our currency. That is the whole intention. Okay? So it's always happening. And these people make millions of dollars. But again, you also blame the government. A lot of business in this country owned by foreigners. They do distribution, They do importation, they do wholesales, all these things. Most of the businesses don't have LIBERIAN account
At the different banks.
at the different banks. If these people are mandated to open LIBERIAN account and trade through that account, LIBERIAN will never be shut. You catch them right there.
But they also might argue that we don't buy goods in LIBERIAN dollars on the international markets. You talk about they are importing.
No, the idea I'm pushing here is since they are importing, they have to trade in US already. I'll do FX.
Yeah.
Let the money goes in the bank. Then we, the foreign exchange operators, goes to those same bank and go and do the FX deposit in the US account. Then they cash out from the LIBERIAN account to our account or by any other means.
Okay.
With that, there will be regulation. There will be control. But these people only deposit US in their very accounts. But they use the LIBERIAN and do FX right in their offices or in their business places. That is wrong. So at that point, they can determine whether to give LIBERIAN or not to give it. Whether they need it or they don't need it, they determine. By the way, government, the GSC or other auditing commissions, not only government entities will be auditing, other business people too. Those importers.
They are private businesses. They are not subject to the public funding. You can audit a private business if you are giving them subsidies. Are they being subsidized by government?
No. Once these people are playing with legal tenor, it's your right to audit. You auditing them mean that you want to fine them or you charge them for, but to know how they trade, whether they make more LIBERIAN, whether they make more US, government need to know.
Okay.
Because government apply taxes to every goods that they sell, right? So why you audit them?
Okay, so I think you're trying to do a clarity where we just observe what you are actually transacting in. But I was concerned about maybe like full-scale audit.
No, not how you use your money, what you pay rent, but the fact of the matter, how your business run. So we are discussing about we are discussing about jobs now today. Right? So a man import or good, the man guy small, they sharp. They man nothing much in that place. But you see the man behind the same man compound. How will you know whether the business generating the money? You have to do audit. You have to investigate. The form of investigation is auditing.
Audit and control.
And control it. If the man have more LIBERIAN, you know the man strength, you know the weakness. If the man always got more LIBERIAN, the bank now will focus on and say, okay, we'll always give you US dollar. And then you give you US dollar, give you LIBERIAN every time you bring it to the bank. That should be happening. But it's not happening. They just leave it open. So if that happen, it means that will change the money. You know what I mean? Each business is going to get more. If ever I will have about 4,000 to 5,000 stores that do distribution and wholesales, and each of these stores keep a week 4 million, times by the amount of stores that keep 4 million LIBERIAN in the stores. What are you thinking? That money should be going to the bank. If you want US dollar, you ask the bank. Bank, I need US, I'll be trying so time. The bank will contact with the foreign exchange bureaus. Say, I need US dollar. We take it to the bank. That will happen in other countries. Only the bank, not individual. So if we don't have, if we can put that into check, it will always be a problem. It will always be.
I think we need good policies.
Hotels,
good measures.
Hotels don't accept you LIBERIAN. Why?
Are you sure about that?
Sure. They don't accept US dollar.
LIBERIAN dollar.
LIBERIAN don't accept LIBERIAN. Why? That thing you need to know. So some of these things, that thing we have to work on to see. Some schools are not accepting LIBERIAN. So you're talking about managing and controlling the money. How will you do that? So we need to go beyond that to see how we can save it. But we, the association, are in the back to be able to expose these things, and we did it before. We can also help to make it. And thank God that the new governor is a person who was in the sector, in the banking sector from RB, and he went there. So most challenges we expect. So we will be there to help him to solve these problems.
Maybe somebody could argue and say, well, the bay rate, the bay rate the price that the bank is willing to pay for a unit of foreign currencies may be quite high as opposed to the foreign exchange bureau. That's why they go to the bank.
Let me tell you, the foreign exchange bureau, any rate the bank pull, commercial bank pull, will go for it.
You think so?
Yes,
You can do that?
we can do that. But you know why?
Why?
Why we can't go for it now? Because if you go into the bank, another foreigner calling you say, "Mommy, I get $11 here. I'm getting for 200, for example." The bank gave you 190. Where will you go? But if that man putting all your money in the bank, no source to get $11 from.
Okay.
If you are buying rest from only a K and H and K or H and H, if you only that's people distributing rice around and they take 15 a bag, will you say no? You go for it. Whenever I bring right in the country, you will not get. It will always be fluctuation. That's happening to the rate. Let all basic people channel through the commercial banks.
Okay.
You go to the commercial bank have our accounts, they have all our numbers. That's why central bank now will be working with them and display and circulate our various numbers, because we that have lessons, we have our contact numbers in there and share to all commercial banks, and the commercial bank will get in touch with us, and then we'll go to that bank and go and give them that US dollar. With that, there will be a controls mechanism. But out of that, you always explain these things. The bank decide not buy money. Now the rate is going up again, because why? By next month, they sort of be sending their various clients their money abroad.
Yeah, seasonality.
For season.
Yeah.
So the rate is going up again. So if these people were putting the money in the bank, the rate going to be perfectly controlled. You will now see central bank publish a rate, then they raise them in the market. But because it's open, you are in Ghana, the rate remain the same in Ghana. Any bureau you go to, that's it. The only way you see different rate, except the guy in the bag, is a black market.
Yeah.
And it's very slim, because they know that government after them.
They are hiding.
They are inheritting.
So
you know that
in this, like, what can be done to remedy this situation?
It's a perfect collaboration. Like we said it last time to the government, the Justice Ministry number 1, the Commerce Ministry, the Finance Ministry, the Central Bank needs to work in collaboration to make sure and direct all fundings through the commercial banks. They are the people who withhold cash. Let business people open their accounts, mandate them. It can be any kind of shop. Once you're doing retail in a shop, that shop will be registered. If you are buying your goods in LIBERIAN dollar, if you go in the store, it may say $300 US for this material or this consignment. The rate is 182 by the central bank or 181 by the central bank today. Pay in LIBERIAN dollar equivalent. That man will never carry the rate will never go up. When you do it, he will tell LIBERIAN I care to the bank. But if that man have the right to determine his own rate, is a problem. Wow. So let all business people operate with the banks. The banks are open for your accounts. Go there, you will open your accounts. With the foreign bureau operators, before you open your bureau, you must have a bank account.
But one would say there's too much bureaucracy with the banking sector, and it causes a lot of delay. You want to do some fast transaction, you go, the tellers are doing different thing, and at the end of the day, you get frustrated.
So these things happen when proliferation is in the sector. The point is, if we the business people, even you guys that work here, if your money is in the bank, because I want to see my friend brother going to the bank for your money. Okay, he goes to the bank for your money, he feel your step, he get your money, he go. But if they put that money on your mobile money, maybe you go to 3-4 person, he will not get that money. Perhaps, depending on the amount. But when he goes to the bank, you will get it. So there's no, everything of money is processed. When you have gone, if you are seeing the money making factory, the machine, when you see it, the money take to print one note, it take almost an hour to print one banknote.
Wow.
Because you want to print the paper, color the paper, all I want to go print CV number, all I want to go print a picture on the head, whatever. That process, not small thing. So to go get money, that process, it's a good thing that you should get. But what we are saying, let every business person in this country work with the bank, open an account with the bank. Let the government make sure that these people have account with the bank, Liberian account. If you don't have USD, it's not forced. Because it's not what we have. We have Liberian. Let them get Liberian account and make sure those accounts should be audited periodically. It shouldn't just be open account and just leave it dormant. Let it work.
One of the problems I've noticed amongst us as Liberians, we hate this check and balance. We hate to be monitored. We just want to be free and go about doing things that we feel within ourselves, most especially when I'm gaining from it. I see it to be something that is that everybody. So when one man is doing it and the other man sees it, there's nothing like check and balance. He's not being regulated.
Yeah.
He jumps into it too. And when both of us start to do it, we think it is right. More people doing the wrong thing and feels that it is right.
Reverse. Let me say this to you. That ignorant getting us to where we are today. Nobody leave that country, come to your country, you see the person that young or the stupid. That some people travel. But who is well organized, they don't want to travel. And when anybody travel like you now, you say you want to go to America, you're going there for a purpose. To go and get it. Any kind of way. The legal way. But if it come the other way, you will take it. Once you can be caught, you will take it. You can be checkmate, you will take it. We are so naive in this country that the way we behave, the foreigners behave more than us 2 times in the same way. But they put benefit from our stupidity, we lost from our stupidity. A lot of Liberians who own, they are now distributors. They are the foreigners that are distributors, they are the foreigner importers. So what happened when we press on these foreigners? That yes, let me take our government to make sure that everybody open business account. You cannot go to Ghana today and you go open business with one account. It's not possible. You will sell the sour. But you cannot go to your shop with no business registration, no account. No, you must have an account because you have to pay government tax through account. How do you pay? You look at government tax, you just go and deposit in government account. No, that should be from account to account. But it's our own self because of kickback. We say people can't deposit because when they can't deposit in the account, there will be no trade that they're bribing us. But if that maintain from account to account, you're not getting nothing.
Not a cent.
Not a cent we gave you. So let's push this idea of making sure everybody open Liberian account. See the advantages and the disadvantages of the Liberian people to the government. Government paying taxes in government. The government say you can pay 50% tax in the US, 50% tax in Liberian. The rate of the government is very low. So this investor take advantage of that. If a man will pay 500,000 for government tax, he paying 250,000 in Liberian at the rate of 178. See how many millions that man generated from that 250,000 that can even buy you a Land Cruiser Jeep. Just from paying government tax, the extra that you get, it can buy you a Land Cruiser Jeep. It can buy you a brand new Nissan Pathfinder. It's the logic. Let do things through account. Let push that business open accounts in Liberian. When you do that, you will have control. But other than that, because of kickback, we keep roaming around like this. And that's why most people, when they leave power, they get broke. Because when you're there, you will get it. When you're not there, you will not get it. Because what you did was not sustainable. So no matter what we do, we have to work in collaboration, collectively, to make sure that we push our importance of our Liberian, make sure that people value it. Don't you know that you can go buy steel in Liberian? Don't you know you can go buy zinc in Liberian? Why is it you go buy car in Liberian? You go Ghana, you go Nigeria, you buy car in Naira. You buy car in cities. Mm-hmm. But in Liberian, you can buy car in Liberian. You can buy car in Liberian. What's the problem?
Yeah, because maybe somebody may say we have dual currency.
That's why account is important. If I sort of pay LIBERIAN now based on a rate, I just transfer that money straight to your account. And you just call a Forex Bureau, man, say I need you that pay deposit you are in my account. You transfer that senior account straight to the main account. Business go on.
Wow.
Sai is actually
Expanding our mind.
yeah, he's experienced in the sector. He's been around
So it's very
for
easy.
a very long time.
You know, I was kind of surprised when I visited Nigeria in 2019. Even the kids, they go and transact with their bank cards.
Right. Very simple.
You don't see the physical cash like that. The old man that's selling her lay pepper color along the road, she got her swap machine.
She have it.
Mhm.
So for you to just see the paper,
It's difficult.
it's difficult.
It's difficult. And there where the money is. But put that understanding. Today, Rufus, you go to a bar to say you're going to drink. Why check money when people are looking at you?
You put you at risk.
You put yourself at risk. In case you get drunk, your money be dropping. Okay? People find your money. That money you shall start your day with tomorrow. But let's say, for example, you paying that person, you already drunk, you have to pay the bill. And maybe you press, instead of 50 that you press 500 US. You can trace that transaction the next day. You know that?
Mm-hmm.
You can trace it. That's much I pay 50, but my account is telling me I've transferred 500 to you. And you can get your money back instantly. But if you count that money cash, you give it to that person. You probably tell you that 50 that you give them, 50 that you give them.
So basically, what's the importance of the incorporation of the mobile money exchange issue? What's the benefit in that?
It got a lot of benefit. It helped the country to develop. The money that government will be using to print money every time it go into infrastructure. The way the benefit you get from your work is easier. You get it 100% through the electronic means than to have it through the physical means. Because if you have your money today, you now most cabin don't have $20 change, but in the mobile money, you get $20 change there. Okay, so you sort of pay $250 to the person, or even $30. You can pay to your mom money without asking for points, without asking for change. So it helps you a lot and it control your daily means. But again, all these things are based on our structure, our political structure. Let's take this from foreigners here, and the only way we can do it is through our political landscape. Politicians, our government can make it work. Other than that, the US rate now is flying up now. By next year, January or February, if they rate now reach 250, the last time I started with one of my guy here, I told him I said they will go 210. And it reached there. When we get control it now, no matter what happens, it will go to 250. Trust me, it will go up. Let's start working on it now. They rate that down, so it's artificial, it's criminal, it undermines our economy, it's a complete economic sabotage. But these people are into the businesses that they know people in authority. Based upon that, they deliberately accept it. Look at the very betting companies around, the winners or dogs or whosoever around, those betting companies.
Mm-hmm.
They collect more LIBERIAN dollars from the market because people bet every day. We catch. Who do that FX? How do they get US dollar? They pass around and look for it. It's a form of money laundering. It's a form of money laundering. Because the money you take around, the means of generating it is cleaning. But if that money goes in the bank and the bank buy from you, then it say yes, this money you did a trade. You did a trade with it and you got what you wanted. It's clear. But if you don't do that, if you just pass around looking for the money around, it causes harm. It incites people to do harm. All these things. So I think government will stand firm to be able to help to make sure that our money be controlled. But with no political will, it will be a tough game.
With no political will, it will be a tough game. Nameless High here, the head of the National Money Exchange
The National
National Association of Foreign Exchange
or
Bureau
Foreign
of
Exchange Bureau.
Liberia.
Okay, so he's here telling us more about the issues. And you're out there and you have a point to make. You want to ask a few questions. The lines are open: 0887 105 105 0778 665 You can call if you are following our live feed. You can also leave your comments, and we'll definitely read them out here for you. This is the afternoon conversation. Vanny Duclay alongside Rufus Devon Cannon, and we have with us as our guest Mr. Nimlen Saye. He's the president of the group, of course, the guys who play with the money. And I mean, trading us through you understand that he understands the sector. He has the sector at his fingertip, because there are a lot of things, there are a lot of points he stressed that if government can go in that line, come on, we won't be passing all around. Oh, y'all keep the money clean. Oh, you don't tell your money. We're using cards, bank cards all around here. Like I said, when I was in Nigeria in 2019, I experienced it. I went to the bureau to change money. So the guy gave me the naira. Then I held the money in my hand, a bundle of money. He said, "You are putting yourself at risk. If a bandit sees you, that money will be right in your hand. He will chop it and made away with it. But if you are using a card, it will be much preferable." That's how he came out to say, "You are from Liberia, right?" I'm like, "Yes." He said, "I know, because if you were from somewhere like Ghana, Togo,
You won't do it.
I won't see you doing it."
Yes.
You see? So this is very important.
So another thing about it is that you know that at the central bank, supervision and regulation, they have a very good policy. Don't you know when you come to my bureau, you entitled to a receipt? Most of the bureaus in this country, in Monrovia, has a receipt books issued by the central bank. We also print our own attached to our bureaus. We have receipts. But if a lab may come to the bureau, you tell you say who you receive, why do a receipt? Okay, so a lot of policy. You sort of give me a national ID card to be able to change your money. So a lot of it went. It's on the book. We have it. We train for that. We need a passport to change your money. Okay, tell yourself somebody brought or Diran to me from the RMA from UAE. They brought it. I changed it. But when I asked for the main passport, you show it to me. Because I want to know where you come from. If it's true that you travel, I want to know. It's my right to know. But how many persons are trained to it to ask for passport?
So what are you guys doing now in the sector to regulate those who are not actually registered? You just find somebody, just take a bus, place it in the street and doing money exchanging.
So there's it now. That's where political will comes in. The politician mind is about numbers. It's not about the saving of the state. We've been fighting this to say, look, those are on the side war. People that are saying Kush and Chamandor, they can go deposit in Bengal, they go to the south to go get USO. So when they get a LIBERIAN out, they open their own bars. They send somebody that will say that there. I'm not be saying that they're teaching me. I think I'm saying the Chamandor or saying the Kush. So we pushing this idea, but they see us taking votes from them. If you can save your money, you cannot save protests. Because the money sidewalk will be the men are paying the protesters. The money sidewalk will be the men paying the protesters. If you cannot save,
this is strong.
If you cannot save this sector, the men on the sidewalk will be the men that are selling ammunitions, gunshots.
Do you think politicians see a threat?
If you want to take the point and say no, there are numbers.
Which numbers?
But voting numbers, they want to vote. They want vote. When you take the man, say you take the man, louder who for him. But the discussion, the risk that man pose to you You're not calculating it.
Oh, you mean the people who are not registered?
They put on the sidewall that change money on the sidewall. Because money is the root of all evil. You can't exclude that. The man the sidewall get it right. He get the ability to sell ammunition. He get the ability to sell drugs. He get the ability to do counterfeit. It's easy for him. Because you are passing the car, it's a stomach. Get him a $5, man. Or change $5 and $10 for me. They may give you $5 counterfeit. Before you reach to 12th Street,
he's nowhere.
He's nowhere around. Even you come back, no, you cannot argue with him. Because you took risk.
Because the rules are there. You do all of the exchanges right at the counter.
Yes.
When you leave, you hold yourself responsible.
And now most of the forest bureau have AR now. They have the CCTV. You go there, they monitor they monitor the traffic. So when you come there, we know you come there. Okay, what happened that can be solved? Okay, so this thing, if we can get these people from the side wall, we pose no threat. Because the politician will take that money, give them on the side wall, say, look, oh, you go right on 9th Street, there's a monitor around that side wall, he will be able to take care of you. And you're going to get your money, you walk away. And I mean, when they take it back, before the government, the security guard know that I meant to be the money, I take it back and go. Or you leave the bus and you go. Because no business need no address on it. But when you come to my bureau, when you catch me in the act, you can like my bureau, invite my investigation, and be serving as a deterrent.
Have you raised some of these things with the central bank?
We raise these things over and over, and we hope the administration will listen. Our people on the side wall that the cause of this whole issue evaporate. Because if the bureau make it accept it, the man on the side wall will take it. I think we're playing. Every depot, cement depot is going to change money with bars in front of it. Gas station, gas campers change money right in the bars. That gas, some of the guys are saying that right now gas area is selling gas, they're selling for Makahara. Do you know how much money Makahara generate? Too much money. Do you know how much money how much mineral they got, various kinds of mercuries and all type of stuff they got and sell on the sidewalk? That people come and they go mine, people come and different place, they come and buy and carry. That ethnical spot is not a safe place. So if government can do something about people on the sidewalk, that's a problem for them. It's a serious problem. It goes to the mobile money company. Getting SIM card to a man on sidewalk is also risky. There's no way you can be able to onboard a mobile money agent with all a business registration. There should be a business registration. Because that man transaction pay taxes. Every transaction man doing network, he pay tax for it. Who need that tax register in? So somebody is saying now somewhere getting all those money because unaccounted for. Somebody saying somewhere maybe to LTA, somewhere else and just collecting all those $1,000 million because it's unaccounted for. That means I no business registration. So who need that tax going in? No need. So that's surplus. So when you hear somebody generally making 500,000, enough in your budget though. So too many things there. Okay, so let's look at it from a broader space and work together as a team, as a stakeholders. And the central bank is doing well for now. What I see in a few days, few weeks. They are very more proactive, but they have to stretch up more. Let's work together. Make sure that every business in this country open a LIBERIAN account. Every business in this country should have the US dollar price and the LIBERIAN dollars rate. It left for you, the customer, what you have is at your choice. Okay, since the rate is 181, I want to buy in LIBERIAN dollar. I want to buy in US dollar. It's at your choice. You hold two currency, but you cannot display US dollar price and then you can display LIBERIAN dollar price. It's wrong. It's cheating. That London right there. Like a lot for money getting illegal money. You put 10 US. Then when I want in LIBERIAN, you will come and tell me the rate now 200. No, the bank said 181. So put it there 181. When you go to the gas station, you can see a rate. They give you government rate. If you don't pay LIBERIAN dollar, You can pay like you pay in US, you pay in US. Why you have in the shops? Why you have in the stores? Why you have in supermarkets?
So this all boils down to the willpower.
The political will. The political will. That's all we need to do. Let's display them. The last administration, in the down minute, they make sure that every store display LIBERIAN rate. Display the rate, buying and selling in the US that company is there. So when you go there, you get 10,000 in your pocket, you buy. The way they have the $14 for the rice, right? $14 they have for the rice, right? Now you want to buy LIBERIAN, it's at your will. It's at your will. You want to pay 2,800, it's up to you. You want to pay 49 US, it's up to you. That is what to be. Let it apply everywhere. Then you will have control. But other than that, we're going to be in a cycle turning around, and we hope for the best. And once the government is serious, we are serious to work with them. But there's a lot of threat to it, and we have to work together.
With this kind of strong revelation you're coming up with, are you not afraid of your security?
Well, I don't need security. There's an economy we are discussing. Economy is got, it got nothing to do with security. If I want security, all I need to do is to make sure that it happens. Then I'll get the security I want, because if I can get a financial security, I don't need police security. I don't need that. I want for the economy to get better. So what we are saying here is to be able to improve the system. And when the government is serious, it can work. It boils down to all we need is political will. Because the R-17 is too much in our setting. Like for example, the president of Iran, everybody say that we do a president. When the minister of Iran, everybody say that we do a minister. But when the minister can't buy on their feet, it's fake. But the only way that can cut off, the policy should be followed, the policy should be regulated. You cannot make the policy, you cannot go after the policy, you can regulate it. When you make it, you regulate it. And when we can regulate it, that means the system will always be weak. And the business people, the investors, they came here for a sole purpose to make money.
And profits.
And profit. That's why you can end the year. Don't you know that most business they don't take loan from Liberia? Most of the banks are OMT. They don't take loan from here. The money they get from here, they invest in their country, they use their investment and mortgage it and get loan and come and invest and get more. That's what they do. So when you see somebody bring gigantic building, the bring store or bringing goods, you say they may take loan from that lie. They may take that loan from your country. When you put there, why you used to take the loan? When you put there, why you sell? Because there's a market for it. Real estate market outside. So they may build a house, build a building, or do some construction in a place, sell it, or take loan and come in invest and get more money. And Liberia feed that loan, take care of the loan, service it. Why they may using taco generator and we say that we are enjoying and things will get better? No. If we can put our system into place to create a good policy, although we have the policy, but then we try to create an effective regulation. Regulation should be effective. How many times or you're like here that the place your work? How many times the EPA people come here, can't see how bad your place, what a mosquito in your yard? No, they haven't come here. How many times EPA people come here, let's say, or LTA people come here to come and search your place, see what you're lacking and what you need and what your challenges are? We're post threat to them. You have to pay taxes too. So this thing we have to work together and make it happen, my brother. If we can do it, definitely we cannot help ourselves. We not help Liberia at all.
Funny?
Yeah, this is very interesting. Very, very interesting. And I mean, Nimble, like I said, understands the sector, and no doubt about his ability. But Nimble, I'm concerned about few things. When you talk about the foreign exchange bureaus being the sole conduit when it comes to medium of exchange in our country, he said that is the way to go. But then you're also talking about measures as in the government needs to take so that the sector can be protected by weeding out some of the people along the streets. Then people will want to know what is the mandate of the Foreign Exchange Bureau with respect to ensuring that the people along the road who just change their money by the roadside, What are you doing? Aren't there measures in your laws to get rid of them or to ensure that they come on board, open their own bureau, or you just allow them, the law is just open up on them?
So when you look at the regulation that created the foreign exchange sector,
Mm,
there is something called collaboration and effective regulation.
okay.
We are there to collaborate with the central bank.
Mm,
The central bank is the one that have the power for enforcement. What we are talking about here to get it up is about enforcement. It's not regulation. If they do the enforcement, we out the illegal people and then regulate the legal people. So without doubt, there will always be a problem. We raise this concern and we continue to raise it over and over. To save this environment, we have to be collectively, we have to work together as a team. There's no way. Now, always reference Ghana because you were there. I'm talking about other countries that I went, I didn't see you, but this one, you were in Ghana. You will only see a forest bureau, not a money changer. The bureau is a place you go to transact all currencies. Now, why is the foreign exchange market? If you go in the international market, foreign exchange market can number 10 after gold, after diamond, oil, crude oil, you see forest bureau, you see foreign exchange. The foreign exchange is a very big sector that people overlook. Okay, and it's a place that people get rich. Look, the money in the sector, not small money. But the only way we as a small country like this, small economy, let the central bank and the commercial bank take charge. Make sure that every good that's sold in US dollars should also be sold in Liberian dollar at the government rate. Now, if you say a government rate, government got two rates. They have the buying and they have the selling rate. So the selling rate is what you will display in your business center. If you buy that money for that rate, you take that same rate, get to the bank too will take that same selling rate that you will not lose. So if the rate is 182 selling rate, while buying rate is 180, you will take that same 182 carry to the bank. The commercial bank not taking that 182 and come to buy it from us. Then we sell that 182. We gave you that one. You gave us that 182. Give the US dollar, and we change for 180. The rate will be stable. But if the businessman calling me for 185, the commercial bank calling for 182, I will go to 185.
And we want profit.
Because I want profit. So when I come now, I say, but then since this man giving me 185, I'm going to put 181 up. The man goes to display 181 because he gets something 185. But if that 182 he's selling for, he gets the Liberian for it. And everybody gets in 182, nobody let go $1 because everybody want a $2 profit. So it's a system and control method that have to be followed by regulation. So once the government is ready through the central bank, there will be a perfect regulation and we are ready to work with them. We did it before, we can also help them again. We are open to that. The foreign exchange bureau, the foreign exchange sector is the biggest sector in the whole world. Because if you come in the country, you can buy crude oil, all black people giving oil now that US dollar people bringing. They work on them, they pay on the highway to buy bitter ball, pepper, that liberty to buy. They don't buy in Liberian dollar. They don't buy in US. They buy in Liberian dollar. So before that man get that Liberian dollar, he has to change the money. So foreign exchange bureau is a big sector. So let's work together as a team. If we don't do it, Liberia will never develop the foreign exchange because most of the people are here that only here for US dollar.
Wow.
They're not here because you get current. They're not here because you get fan girls. No, they are here for US dollar. They're not here because of the climate. They're here for US dollar. So let's work together to make sure that Liberia gets safe through the foreign exchange sector because it's the only way we get to go.
Wow. Nimble.
Nimble is here firing this afternoon, talking about the foreign exchange market. I think we have a few minutes left. Well, Nimble, as you bundle your parting comments, I just like you to weigh in. about conversations in the foreign exchange market, specifically about the exchange rate. You hear people out there, they say, "Oh, the exchange rate has dropped. The Liberian dollar is appreciated," and the expectations of the ordinary woman in the market is that, I mean, the price of gold should drop. Uh, is that what you actually getting as a foreign exchange person and president of NAFIBO?
So let you hear, Vanny. You know, our country is so funny, to really see this, and it's sorrowful.
Mm.
You see, these prices cannot be regulated because of the foreign exchange rate. There's a rate, there's a price. Rate is not a price.
Okay.
Rate is unforeseen, market price.
Mm.
So it's different. So you cannot connect the rate within prices. No. Because this man, he went in the country where he went to Taiwan. Now you are buying. He buying the Taiwan government, the Taiwan country currency. When you convert that from international market rate to the Taiwan government, the Taiwan currency, you will know how much you buy a good because you will bring report. And government add a fair to it will all add in the rate component. So not let product say because rate going up we get 10%. Oh no, it's not supposed to be like that. That means that country got no regulation. 10% don't carry rate up, or when rate go up, 90% should go up. No, it's different. The only way you have inflationary rate, inflation meaning gold price go up, diamond price go up, everything price must go up or it must drop. But not just rate. So are you saying when rate go up, that means 10% in Guinea will go up too? No.
No, so,
Okay.
So
your question is why is it can't drop, right? And that's what the bank people saying. Now it can't drop because these prices are not being made because of the rate. That's where the commerce ministry is not performing.
now you have a country where you are using dual currency. I hope we have the time.
Yeah, we can have a few minutes.
You have a country where we have dual currency, and people purchasing power is either in the LD or the USD. So if one is appreciating and the other is depreciating, and bulk of the prices are in the other bracket that is depreciating, it's fair enough to have a balance. Do you get?
Okay.
So the balance calls for a drop in
So
some of the
Vanny,
the
I
costs.
think when I was speaking, I mentioned that.
Okay.
If this microphone here is $10 US, the store owner should put 181
Okay.
when you want to buy.
Okay.
You now will choose. Because the reason why you are saying this because only one price display
One price display and the one price is being displayed is high.
is it's not high. It's US dollar that then display. Now, to be able to fight this $10, you must let the government make sure they may attach the rate. Then when you say you're not happy, but the thing about the 10% dropping that it have to drop that in one currency. It drop that, but the only way you can counter and fight that is to be able to display the both rates, the US dollar and the Liberian dollar.
Which is not happening.
It's not happening. The reason why people are complaining.
And people conclude that things prices are still up.
So yes, if you look at it,
so that's the point I'm bringing.
if you look at the rest price right now, the rate is 180. They say rate $14. If you divide the 180 or the 175 rate by the $14, you're buying the rest $18.29 or $18.50. That means it's high. But let's put the Liberian dollars value to the US dollar component. When it raise 180, let it be there 180. Let it be in the store. Anyway, you that go to the store, if you get Liberian dollar, you buy. You get US dollar, you buy. But to say it should only be in one currency, no, it's wrong. That's where the problem is. That's why people are all saying that the price can go down, the price can go down. No, because they didn't attach the Liberian dollar component. That's the reason why. So let it be displayed 2 times. You go to gas station, all the way the rate go or 10% dip, gas don't price remain stable. Reason is that because you get the 2 rates then there, the Liberian dollar and the US dollar is there. You can choose what you want to buy in. So it's comfortable for you. The message gallon is for 650 or 700. You go to gas station is 800, but the gallon is more. If you want to buy $5, you want to buy $5 gas, up to you. You want to buy $1 gas in Liberian dollar, it's up to you. But the rate remains stable. So let government make sure, through the government make sure that everybody display if that you go in the store, you go buy iPhone. The man say $800 for the iPhone. You don't get US. The reason why you see the iPhone price high because you go buy the US also to somebody higher price. But if the rate is 181, the same they're quoting today, you wouldn't pay 181. You get to the man.
Yeah, so we say almost the same thing. So if the rate was 200 and the rate drops to 181, it is fair enough that things prices should fall in the environment of that 181.
No, you're saying different things still. If the rate drop, but the thing price still 200 US, let's say for example 100 US, right? The business and the 100 US in US it not drop. Is it so? In US it not go up. Like the Liberian now you fighting on now. I hope you getting my clarity.
I get your point. Go ahead.
The food is 100 in the store, but then the rate drop.
Yeah.
There are a lot of rate here that you that Liberian that you're talking about you're dropping. Is it so? That
So yeah, that Liberian dollar you're talking about.
Yeah.
Is to say 100 United States dollar for the phone.
Yes.
Conversion should be 181.
Yes.
Should not be the same 200.
It shouldn't be 200.
That's the point I'm making.
Yeah, but that's it.
And so it used to be 200. Okay. But it is 100 to 200.
Yeah.
And that is $1 to 200.
Yes.
So if it comes down to 181, it's fair enough that if I'm coming with 181 price or money, you should accept it.
I should be accepting it.
But it is not the case in the store.
That's why you must say that government now should make sure that these things exist.
So I mean, like I said, we say almost the same.
Yeah. That exists.
Yeah,
with that, you'll find out there will be a free economy, open economy, and people will be safe to do things.
Okay.
But if the price remain $100, but in Liberian it's going up, that means the businessman is not fair. And somebody somewhere is getting it. So let's be straight to the core. Now, if the thing is 180, why is the government fast to get rate to the gas stations? Because they know it's a first class political commodity. But the other one, that's where they generate money from. So let's make sure that every businesses have US dollar and Liberian dollar component.
Okay.
With that, we'll be good to go.
Sure.
Wow. Well, time I've got over with us. It was nice having you, and we always look forward to having you to expand on these kinds of conversation to enlighten the minds of our people. It was very educative, and hope to have you again.
Thank you very much.
Fee.
Yeah, Rufus, thank you again, and we'll come next week with a brand new edition. And thank you, Nimble, for honoring our invitation. It's a pleasure, and thank you for listening there, our valued listeners. Thank you.
Well, on this note, this is how we wind down the curtains on today's edition of the program, The Afternoon Conversation, right here on Love FM 105.1. Vani Dukley and Rufus Divan Khan presentation. We had here with us Nimle Sei. He was here talking about expanding on the issue of the exchange rate and other commodities. So we hope to have him here again. Let's keep the peace and play safe. Liberia is all we have. The only land that we cannot be deported from. Because in Union Council as a show, we've got above our rights to prove we over or prevail. With hearts and hands, our country cause defending. We meet the foe with valor unpretending. My question to you, what is that Liberia you want? Have yourselves a wonderful and God bless day.
I know of no safe depository of the ultimate powers of society, but